Mhm, 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 mhm.
Welcome into the Ron Ross Radio Show podcast. It is Tuesday, and it is
Tuesday?
December the 17th. Here we go.
Tuesday.
What is it? 6
Tuesday.
days, 7 days till Christmas, something like that.
I don't know.
And until the big day. Although, you know what? I've always found. Oh, by the way, I'm Ron. How you doing? And that guy over there with his
See, I
back
got to
to
move
you
him
is
to
all right. Move it down.
17th.
You haven't touched it until then. Why did you?
No,
move it
because
like
I was
3
out of
days?
town.
Yeah, okay, all right. You're allowed.
Right.
Really? Your greatest wife ever won't do that for you? She won't move your
Well, she
calendar?
was out of town too. We all were out of town in New York.
That's right. You took the train. You got to tell me all about that.
Okay. All right.
We'll get to that in just a second. Welcome into the Ron Ross Radio Show podcast, and we are all Christmassy right there. That's that plays. We are Santa's elves, filling Santa's shelves. I love that hat. And then there's my here. And then year round, I have
what? What do you got?
Lanny and tree skirt. Did it fall off the back? Oh, I'm a little bummed about that.
Oh no.
From Prep and Landing.
Oh yeah.
Ever watch Prep and Landing?
Prep and Landing. I remember when they were big. They were they added them to the Osborne Family Dancing Holiday Light Spectacular at Disney before that went away, and it was a big thing.
Yeah, Prep and Landing. It was. I think it's probably one of the best. And I'm surprised and a little bummed that Pixar didn't do more with that. That they didn't do. You know, they did 3. They did 3, 2. And a third one with Betty White, who was Mrs. Santa. We'll get to that in a second. But Prep and Landing, I thought was just tremendous. So good.
Yeah.
The second one was a little but the first one was dead on, and it's Dave Foley of Kids in the Hall. And he was the voice of Lanny, and I forget who was what was the name of the other elf, but his call sign was Tree Skirt.
Tree Skirt.
Lanny was the little drummer boy, and the other one was Tree Skirt. Everything was so tinsel. Oh, it was so good. Prep and Lanny. I haven't watched that yet this year. I got to go back and watch it because it's on Disney Plus. I know. And we've been lax in our, like I said last week, trying to watch the holiday movies. They're on all the time now.
To the holidays. I feel like I'm behind on everything.
We have to sit down. Well, we get involved in like TV shows. We've been watching this one called Before with Billy Crystal, and it's a drama. And he's a child psychologist, and there's this kid. It's amazing. Anyway, the last episode's going to be Wednesday. You're amazing. You're great.
You're great.
Rick D's in the weekly top 40.
Julian Jelly.
Woo. If you're just joining us for our
word sends us off into it.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yes.
All right, and the reason why John is playing that right there.
Right.
I'm trying to remember the name of the song. I know the name of the band. Something About You.
That is correct. Yeah, their biggest hit.
Something About You. Right.
Yeah. Still fresh. Still gets played to this day. Still hear it in malls and stuff like that, in shopping stores. Walmart.
Well, the band is called Level 42, and John's playing that because it's season 2, episode 42.
42
of the podcast, which, by the way,
that's pretty
if you
good.
know anything about life, the universe, and everything, or the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I highly recommend reading. All of those. Forget the movie. The movie's okay.
Yeah.
Just read the books. Read the books. There's so much about Douglas Adams. Read all of the books. They're very funny. A lot of great British humor in it. And the answer to the universe, why are we here?
Yes.
Is 42.
42.
That's it. That's
the ultimate level in the universe.
That's
level
the answer.
42. That's where they got their name. Yeah.
That's where they got their name from. That. Okay. So since this is episode 42, you're going to hear this all the time.
Wait, what?
Okay. You weren't ready.
I should have put it on a button. I told you.
That's okay.
Okay. Great ideas sometimes only strike moments before we go online.
And if you didn't know this about the podcast, it's just John and I having a conversation now.
Right.
And it used to be entertaining, but now we're just entertaining
We're entertaining
ourselves, and
each
I
other.
apologize about that. Well, I use the word entertainment very loosely here, but
right.
All right, John.
Yes.
I have to very quickly before we move on, because I want to find out about your train trip, is I want to thank you immensely from the bottom of my wallet, because I went to go get all my prescriptions today. I have like 7 of them for my heart.
Yes.
And I've got blood thinners and high cholesterol and high blood pressure and all of those meds, right? Because I'm a mess. But
Same.
I've been on the meds for 9 years now.
Okay.
And so we just switched to a new health insurance company.
Right.
A new health insurance company. So I sign up and do all of the things. And I had just reached my deductible. We had a pretty high deductible because we don't have a lot.
A lot of people do, honestly. Yeah. So
we weren't taking a lot out. And then we were hit with a bunch of health bills this year that I had to pay for because I had prostate cancer scare. Everything's okay. I think I told you about that. Maybe I didn't mention what it was, but that's what it was.
Okay.
And had to go in for testing and all that stuff. But everything's fine. Everything's cool. That was back in I don't know, March, April. And then the continuing going to see the cardiologist. Anyway, so health just kept building up for this, that, and the other thing. So we hit the deductible. So everything from like October on was free. They were covering 100%.
Gravy.
Going to the doctor, picking up my prescriptions, $0. I'm like, rock and roll. So I'm on a. Did you hear that sniffle? I apologize. That was right into the microphone too, wasn't it? I still have a little bit of a cold going on. All right.
Okay.
So anyway, long story short, I was lamenting about this last week with John because I have the new insurance, which means it canceled out my deductible. But actually, the new insurance says, no, we'll honor the deductible. Just give us a proof of all of your benefits. I had to go back to the old company and I had to print that up, and I got the thing, and I uploaded it yesterday. And so they're going to honor that. But I went to, and John was like, why aren't you doing this app? And he gave me an app.
Which one was it that you ended
Good
up
RX,
using?
baby. Good RX.
Good RX. Okay. Yeah. Well, just so everybody knows, Good RX and Single Care, depending on where you go.
I was at Good RX, standing at my CVS today. So my insurance, they put it all through with my new insurance, and still pretty good. It was only like $3. Right. But one of them was sitting at like $120. I'm like, oh, ow. So I pull out the Good RX app, and the woman's just standing there, and she goes, oh, yeah, do that. And I'm like, okay.
Why don't you just tell people to do that?
I'm like,
hey,
like, okay. So I put in the name of the medicine, and I found out what it was for, I put in the dosage. Anyway, I filled the whole thing out, and it was like $22. She goes, all right, let me get the numbers. Let me put it all in. And she put it all in. She goes, okay, boop, $20.
Right.
I saved $100.
Right.
On this. And that wasn't even through my insurance. That was,
I told you when we were talking about this.
I know you did. I know you did.
Just so everybody knows this, okay? That a few years ago, I took all my prescriptions, I put them in a spreadsheet, took the amount I was paying with insurance at CVS. And by the way, I'm going to say this again. I told Ron this. CVS is among the most expensive places to get your drugs at.
It is.
Period. And you can check in these apps. So anyway, you go grab yourself Good RX or Single Care, or in some cases, like down here, we've got Kroger's. They have a prescription drug program where you can sign up for like $20 a year, and you get most things for like $0 or $3 or $5. Okay?
It's nuts.
It is nuts. So I went from paying hundreds of dollars a month at CVS to completely not using any of my prescription insurance at all, and like paying a minimal amount, like really small.
Excuse me.
So I encourage everybody who's doing this stuff, or who takes meds or whatever, as you get older, you might, or, throughout life, whatever, check it in Good RX, even if you have insurance.
Yeah. It was crazy. So now my next step is going to be transferring No, it's not. Not at
No, it's
all. We're not
absolutely
making any
not.
money off of this.
No money off this at all.
Just so you know. And I now my next step is going to be transferring all of these prescriptions over to whoever the cheapest one is. So far, it's been Walgreens, and I'll make that drive. It's a 20-minute drive. I'll make that drive to get something for $2. But right now, my prescription, my new health insurance is it's taking it down to like $3. I'm like,
that's
okay,
good.
I'll take that. That's pretty. I'm like, wow, all right, we'll see. I'm not totally sold on the health insurance thing, but so far these new guys are doing okay. But anyway, I just wanted to thank John publicly for hooking me up with that, because it saved me 100 bones today.
I've preached about this before.
You did. You have. And I've looked at them and I've seen it. I've seen the commercials on TV and I'm like,
yeah, I know. I was the same way, dude. Totally the same way. And then one day I cracked the app open and I was like, wow, are you kidding me? And then the people at the drugstore were like, yeah, it's crazy that.
Yeah, that's what she said. She was excited. She was like, oh, yeah, do that. Do that one. And I pulled up the app. And I'm like, okay.
Apparently, they do such a volume that they are able to get it at those prices, which, I mean, it seems ridiculous. I'm actually paying for a prescription benefit with my health insurance and not using it, but whatever. I mean, bottom line is all that matters. By the way, shop your car insurance regularly too. Because I had stayed with my car insurer for years, little green guy with a British accent.
Yeah.
And because he was good to me at a time where I lapsed in coverage unbeknownst to me.
Right.
And years later, like I found saving like $1,000 a year.
I know.
It was ridiculous. So that's my recommendations.
I'll check that out.
Shop your car insurance.
Well, and I'm shopping my
homeowners
insurance.
That's another one.
That just went up. My homeowners insurance just went up. That went up.
This is financial talk.
Really?
With Rod and John.
And property tax. Maryland property tax went up. So I got my new.
You can't shop that one, unfortunately.
No, you can't. But everything goes into a. What's the account? Well, when you pay your mortgage,
escrow.
It goes in escrow. Yeah. And so they sent me and they said, hey, by the way, your mortgage is going to go up this amount and this amount because of your. And I'm like, oh, well, that'll be the last month for this.
Ron,
because I'm going to go shop them for somebody else.
Ron, the borrower is slave to the lender. This is Dave Ramsey.
Okay. All right.
Getting into financial talk here, man.
All right.
I know.
Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. All right. On to some more pressing things and fun things. So the house is completely decked, and now we're just maintaining.
See,
okay?
It's good.
I have to hand it to the greatest wife ever. Again, I sing her praises, but I want to sing her praises even more because last week she did Christmas Cash for Kids shopping. And if you don't know about this, it's a charity. It's a radiothon that I've been involved with, and then consequently she got involved with for over 30 years. Raise money, go buy toys for kids for Christmas. That's it. That's it. Literally go and buy the toys. We don't, and it's through the Salvation Army. So and it's just in our local community in Frederick County for that chapter. So somewhere in the neighborhood of over 1,300 children. 1,339, I think was the exact number. And so she was at Walmart, and I went, hello, Jennifer Scott. Oh, she's in Texas.
Yeah, and also Sandy checking in this morning.
And so she, you can, by the way, pop up a note if you're watching live on our Facebook or on our YouTube channel. We would love to say hi to you. If you would like to interact with us live and in person.
Yeah, do that.
And so anyway, the long story is short. Is that she went shopping. She got it all done, literally picking out large, medium, and small gifts for each child. Right. Fantastic. So shopping by age groups. And she had her army of angels with her, the best friends who took off from work, to come and help her with the shopping. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's funny because people were like, oh, you go shopping. That must be fun. Yeah, no, you gotta
work.
You gotta do some serious research, make sure it's a quality toy, make sure it's something the kid might want. You know, also it's and obviously some of the easy ones would be like you go, oh yeah, well, Barbies will work, but you also want to mix it up there and not necessarily be that's it all the time. Also, one of the big gifts that they want is Legos. And Legos knows this. And they're so expensive. It's so expensive. So, I mean, if you get like and the most you spent on a toy or a big toy, quote unquote, a big, large gift was $50. That was the limit.
Okay.
And, but,
it probably doesn't get
Lego, you're not getting a lot for
small box, right?
Small box like this. I mean, they're really very expensive.
Do they have knockoff Legos or something?
Yeah, they have Schmegos, but nobody buys those. So
Schmegos.
Schmegos doesn't have any. They don't have any. They don't have any contracts with Star Wars or Batman.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? Because we used to just get blocks and just build it. We used to have like bins full of blocks.
John, my Legos were. By the way, cough button.
Yeah, I know. Came on really quickly there.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Sorry.
All right, so I just had Legos. That was it. It didn't build anything. You made a house. You made a house, and you're like, yay.
Yeah, we used to like
put a vehicle.
Put letters on things, like bank, and like we would build buildings and things.
But there were no figures. That's how my Lincoln Logs. I had Lincoln Logs. Do you have Lincoln Logs?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. They were great.
We also had the Fisher Price Rescue Center, and we had the Holiday Inn, with the little square guys. Do you remember those?
Now, here's
the McDonald's we had.
Here's the fun part. I wanted to hear some of the noises you make. Like when a fire truck came up, what was the sound your fire truck made when you drove it up? For some reason, mine went
come down. And ours would, it would always come down as it would arrive.
Yeah, right. Of course.
And then end right as you pulled up in front.
Yep. All the tires squealed. Everything was. Mine was always, doesn't matter what the distance was. My cars were always shifting through all 4 gears.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yeah.
The noises you made, especially with the helicopter. And a helicopter coming. Yeah, man, you had to make the noise. There were no buttons on there. There were no there were no electronic. There it is.
Wow. Buzzing over like a bunch of drones.
So she got all the shopping done and got it done actually in a record 2 days, which I was just amazed with. But she spent all day there. She spent all day at Walmart. She was there at 8 a.m. and she was there until 8 p.m. So I would join her before I went to work, and then I would join her after I came home after I got off from work and join her, and she was still there.
Wow.
But again, with their army of angels, and they picked through all the stuff, and it was great because they were running a little game here where they would go and clear the end caps off. So you had all the end caps of all these RC cars, right? For boys 8 to 10, right? So you get these giant RC cars, and they're on special. They're only like $39.95 or something like that, right? So you go up and you just clear the end cap, right? That's the end of the aisle, and it has it's on a special display as you're walking down it's not even in the toy department, it's down a ways, and they put a bunch of special toys out on the end caps. So as a kind of a point of purchase or a impulse buy, right? Like, oh, good deal, and then you grab it.
Yeah.
Well, they would grab all of them, empty them, and put them in the carts, and we'd take them back to the lawn and garden because that's where they parked all the carts. And then somebody would come out and fill it up again. And then they would come and they would clear it off.
Oh, no.
They kept
you couldn't just say, I want this.
Well, they didn't say anything.
They bring a box.
Well, they were doing. Well, they were doing. Well, no, they would fill it with something else.
Oh, okay.
And then they would clear that off. Oh. But the guy was like walking by, like, didn't I just fill that?
Could I just?
Because one department wasn't talking to the other, saying, by the way, Christmas Cash for Kids is here, and they're clearing all the shelves.
My.
It was awesome to see, though. It was really fun. These are the problems to have, right? So I just wanted to give kudos and congratulations to the greatest wife ever, because she continues to prove her nickname. and did all of that stuff. So now it all goes over to the Salvation Army, and then they get that out to the deserving families. I don't know when distribution day is. I think it's 19th. Anyway, so for the people who come and they get their gifts, and then they can and give them to the kids, or Santa can make a visit, whatever. And it's pretty cool. Anyway, I just want to say I'm proud of the greatest wife ever. She did a great job. And now after all of that, after the there was Christmas bash, the concert that she had to get ready for, and then first I'm sorry, let me take this back to September, Middletown Heritage Festival that she's the chair of, so she had to pull that off, and then get ready for the bash and pull that off, and then Thanksgiving was stuck in the middle there, and then Christmas cash for kids, and then the shopping for that. Now she can do her Christmas for our family.
I know, right?
With 9 days left, or 7, 6, I don't know.
And let me tell you, the picking's getting a little bit scarce too.
No, she's been doing all the shopping. Oh, don't get me wrong. All of that is, we're on a first name basis with the Amazon guy.
Okay.
Oh no, that's done. Oh, she's been doing that in the middle of everything, dude. In the middle of everything else, she's like, oh, by the way, and she's on her phone, boop, 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 boop. She's taking pictures, sending it to the daughter of the elder. It's like, do you think our GS1 would like this? And, yep, okay, boop, done, bought, so, done,
I think my point was basically that we were doing a little bit of shopping on the way home on the train from New York City yesterday, because we had 15 hours or 16 hours to do that. And even though I was grumpy about it at the end of the day, and we went on Amazon and such, and a lot of the stuff and a lot of the sizes, and we were on, where else were we on? What the heck was it? One of the sport websites that has, like, these kind of things. Jerseys and hats, Fanatics. That was it. A lot of the sizes were out. And in some cases it was like, can't be delivered before Christmas. And so I'm just saying, if you're waiting, this year logistics seems to be an issue too with Amazon. Like, stuff has been taking longer than it had in the past. So just be aware of that. If you are waiting till the last minute to get something via Amazon, you might want to shop today.
I was reading a stat. Yeah, I looked it up, and I'm like, I'm not exactly sure whether this is true or not, but the percentage of how many people shop online versus in stores, and it was only 15 to 20% shop online.
Really?
And everybody else goes.
Is that true?
Stores. I'm like, I don't know. I read it. Well, I read it on the internet, dude. You tell me.
Okay.
I bet if you look it up, what is the percentage of people who shop online versus in stores for the holiday season? And find out what that is. I think that's low. I think it's got to be much, much higher than that. Much, much higher.
For the holidays compared.
John's looking it up right now. We're looking to at the holiday fact
store. Okay, consulting the book of knowledge here.
The book of knowledge. And it says,
it's requiring a little more research than I thought.
Off button. Sorry.
Yeah, too much reading. Now they want me to subscribe.
What are you doing?
I'm looking. Ensure what?
Where did you go?
Are you?
No. What website did you go? No. What website did you go to?
I just went to the Googles.
Google?
The thing. Holiday shopping statistics for 2024. This is horrible. The internet is not friendly anymore.
Shop.
Maybe I should have said percentage versus as many as 70% of American consumers plan to spend more on the holiday. Oh, that's more on the holidays. 30% of holiday sales dollar total is spent online.
All right.
So holiday shoppers in the U.S. are expected to spend $296.5 billion online, accounting for 30.1% of all holiday dollars.
See, now you never know what you're going to see, because I just read, I put in what percentage of Americans shop online versus stores during Christmas.
Right. Okay.
In 2024, 57% of people said they shop online, while 46% plan to go to a department store.
Okay, so but that again, I guess it's a different statistic technically because they're talking about holiday sales dollars online is 30%. So that you could have a higher amount of people shopping online, but 30% of the volume is online. Then maybe big purchases happen in person or something. I don't know. Let me see. 92% of American consumers plan to shop for the holidays. I'm looking for all these good stats. 45% began their 24 shopping in October. Oh, golly. So anyway, okay. Well, whatever.
I just thought of a new question.
Somewhere in there, is the actual amount you're looking for. So
I just thought of a new question of the day. Forget the one that I sent you.
You didn't send me them, by the way.
I didn't send it to you?
No, you didn't send me any.
Oh, okay.
Run of show or
I'm
anything.
so sorry.
Today.
I didn't.
It's all right. It's the holidays. We're slacking.
We're sorry.
Slacking, baby.
We are. It's still funny.
I don't know why. I know we've only done that. We did it like 20 times before we went on the air, too.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. It's funny. Still funny.
I'm sorry. I'm writing. This is so rude. I'm writing in the middle of the show.
No, it's fine. I'm just like looking. Well, shoppers are expected to spend $18.5 billion this holiday season through buy now, pay later services. I wonder if does that include credit cards, I guess?
Yeah, I would think.
Probably, you would think, right?
Doesn't it?
Yeah, okay. 57% of holiday shoppers plan to make holiday purchase online. Down actually 1.72% year over year.
Dang.
So,
all right.
57% of shoppers do some shopping online. I think that's probably true. It's what's your percentage of actual shopping in the store? I think most people still do some sort of combo between the two. It's not exclusively one way or the other.
I have, well, aside from dollar store stuff and stocking stuffer stuff and stuff at the
$1.50 store.
Yeah. Well, $1.25 store in my
Five Below.
Right. Five Below. And then the section now is like, this is way over $5 over here.
Is it?
Yeah.
I always thought Five Below was like a bar that you would go into, that it would be really cold and they would have drinks. I did with like a parka on.
Frozen drinks.
They used to have that, by the way, in Vegas. There were ice bars.
Yeah.
That you would go into. So that's, for a while I was like, oh, Five Below. Look at that. The concept's spreading.
They have them in Reykjavik, Iceland.
I had it in Las Vegas, right outside of let me see, it was the Mandalay, I think. There was one. Okay. I went in it. It was cold.
All right. Speaking of John traveling, so tell me about the train trip. How was the train trip to New York to see your
15
son?
hours. So here's the scoop. We did business class up and back.
Yeah, that's
via
nice.
Amtrak.
Nice.
Yeah, so we were one car behind the cafe car, and we were the second car from the end of the train. Okay. With a baggage car behind us, so there were no people behind us. So the advantages were apparently, and this I did not know about, and you can't find it online, but apparently the business class car gets higher speed internet.
Oh,
and how did we know this? Because my son rode with us on the way back. He flew up, and then he rode on the train with us coming back. Michael, who lives here in Hilton Head.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you on don't forget to hop on the Wi-Fi because it's pretty good here. He's like, well, I'm only getting like 5 or 10 megs down and 5 or 10 megs up. And I'm like, I'm getting like 100 to 150 megs.
Yeah.
And he said, really? No. And so eventually we met for a meal in the cafe car. He came back one car. We came forward into the cafe car. And it was true. When I went into the cafe car, I was only getting about 20 megs down. So it was kind of in between. I didn't know.
One of the perks of business class.
Apparently, and it was totally worth it because on the way up, I took 2 video calls for work. And then the way back, I mean, we streamed TV the whole way.
Sure. All right.
Up and back. So, anyway, yeah, we left from Savannah. It was a 15-hour train ride. We topped out on the Northeast corridor at 132 miles an hour.
Yeah, man, it cooks.
We were flying at one point. On the way back, we ended up being late getting in by half an hour. Freight trains rule the day on the rails.
You always have to wait for freight. I did that when I was on the commuter. I used to take a commuter train, the MARC train, down to Washington, D.C. for Sirius XM, and from Brunswick, Maryland. And Brunswick, Maryland is a hub for
CSX, right?
CSX, correct.
And they have priority on the rails. So
priority. Period.
We had to wait a couple of times. My observations were business class was very comfortable, plenty of legroom, power outlets, good Wi-Fi. Food was mid to average, but it was fine. We had an exceptional guy who was behind the counter on the way up. I said to my wife, isn't it amazing how somebody who likes their job makes it so much more pleasant for everyone else?
So much better. So much.
I tipped the dude a 20 at one point, and I was just like, and as we left, I was like, you're amazing. I just want you to know you are completely amazing. You made this trip so much better. Thank you. And he was like, oh, just completely taken aback, but it's so true. Oh my gosh, he was just so good at his job and was whistling and was telling stories and conversation the whole time. It was just great.
Huge difference.
So,
huge difference. There was like that, not to interject, but I will, when Greatest Wife Ever was working with Walmart with the shopping last week. They assigned a guy to her, Andrew, and just, kudos. And he made everything right. It ran smoothly. He had a smile on his face. Let me know what I can do for you. Here's one of the machines that we use, the devices to check the sale price, and check to see what we have on stock on the floor and what aisle it's in, and I'll wear it. Here you go. That's for you. Make sure you get over blah blah blah.
Right.
Here's my personal number.
Right.
Right. It's all the difference. It's all the difference when somebody likes their job, correct, and they super serve you. It's not just service, but they go above and beyond.
Yeah, it was his job to just make everybody happy. And and coming back, we had a guy that was okay.
Yeah.
But let me put it this way. Okay, let me give an example of how he went above and beyond. Okay, whereas on the way back, we didn't get this.
We didn't get that.
Like the hamburgers. Okay, you they have hamburgers, and actually, some of the basic food is pretty good. It's got like an Angus burger. So what he would do is he would take them out of the package. He would cook the hamburger separately. He would take the bun, put the bun in a toaster that was next to the thing. He would toast the rolls, and then he would put it on a plate and wrap it back up for you. So he was completely taking it out of the package. On the way home, we got the burger that was microwaved in the plastic thing.
Sure.
That was it. With the roll.
And the bun was microwave, which means
it wasn't as good as it could have been.
Nope.
This guy just did that. He did with the grilled cheese. My wife got at one point the hot dog. Like it was so much better.
Yeah.
That is. I'm sure he probably didn't have to do that, but
probably not.
No, I'm going to mention him on my survey form that I got.
So, you have to. Yeah.
Got it. So anyway, the rest of it, New York is New York.
By the way, that's how you get a $20 tip.
That is. And he got it. Like I was wanting to pull out the money for him.
Sure.
So New York's New York. It was cold up there.
Yeah.
We went to our favorite place called Pizzeria Suprema, which is right by Madison Square Garden. If you're ever up there, get the upside down pizza. It's amazing. We actually got a full pie of that. Did not eat it all, but it was great.
Right.
Holiday decorations.
By the way, let me just tell you a little bit of something about the Yaglenskis. By the way, we got your Christmas card. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And but let me tell you something. They love their pizza. These two knuckleheads are all about the pizza. We went to a pizza place when I visited them. Which was ridiculous and so wonderful and delicious. But anyway, all right.
Tasty. So definitely do that if you're up there. And it's very convenient to the train station when you come up New York Penn Station. By the way, Moynihan Train Hall that's up there, brand new, gorgeous where Amtrak comes into, as compared with Penn Station, where you always kind of, it's a little shady sometimes. It's across the street. They just, it's, everything's brand new. It's clean. They're working on keeping it nice. I love that. Holiday decorations are nice. The hotel room was adequate.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Or the price you're paying.
You're Hilton's gonna get a note on that one.
Okay, all right.
Because I paid 80,000 points a night.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say dollars. I'm like, oh my god, that's a lot.
No, 240,000 points. So those who do Hilton honor stuff, right? No, that's a lot of points. Like normally you can get a hotel room for 20, 25,000, maybe 30. It was 80,000 points.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I didn't have to pay cash. But other than that, I think we've fallen a little bit out of love with New York. It is not as nice as it was about 7 or 8 years ago when we used to go up there consistently with my son. I used to really enjoy going up there. And right now, I'm not quite as big a fan. There are things I like doing, and certainly there are things you can't do anywhere else. And that's fun. We rode the ferry, the ferry to Rockaway Beach, which was fun.
All right.
Got
Rockaway Beach. Thank you.
Yes. So, but other than that, yeah, it was a good trip. But I don't know. New York once in a while is enough for me now.
I want to do it once at the holiday time.
The Rockettes are amazing.
If we were going to, we've been trying to do this. We want to do this. We want to do it, but for one reason or another, we're not able to do it. But I want to do New York at holiday time just once. Excuse me.
It is fun.
Just once. And daughter, the younger, invited us up to Philly to do Philly for the holidays. So
okay.
And just to see some of the decorations.
I haven't done that in a long time, but I can't remember the department store that has an old time light show there. That used to be Gimbals, I think, or Strawbridge's.
Yeah, but Gimbals is gone, so it's got to be.
It's another store now, and they've kept the original light up display that goes on, and you got to do that when you go to Philly. But I mean, it was fun. It just, I don't know. It was also cold. It was also really cold. Like, I mean, there were moments it was below freezing, and we were adequately bundled, but having lived down here, it's 70 here today. So I mean, it's just not. We've gone out of the whole thing of being used to cold weather on a regular basis. So
your blood's thin now. So
we walked a lot.
That's a lot of walking.
I gained 1 pound. That was it.
Oh, good. Good
so
for you. And you ate. Yeah, well, you like your pizza.
Like crazy. Yeah, you know what? That is the best part. Okay, so let me say something nice about New York. Best part about New York City, absolutely, is the food. Just you could go to a hole in the wall, and literally we went to a place called a hole in the wall.
Yeah,
and had breakfast, and it was amazing.
It was amazing.
Let me tell you, it was amazing.
It was great.
I had
sausage and eggs, and
catch this pulled pork on top of sourdough with what are the eggs that they're soft, they're boiled in water or whatever, poached eggs. That was what I was looking for.
There you go. Wow.
2 poached eggs on top.
What are you talking about? Okay.
2 poached. Oh,
it was so good. Yeah, pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just such a tourist. I like going to the deli and getting the pastrami. I just like going.
My son got that pastrami hats for breakfast.
Go to Cat's Deli now is the place to go.
Yeah.
And I'm literally following it on Instagram, and it's just video after video of them just cutting the pastrami or corned beef and then putting it together and making it. I watch it every day. I watch it every day.
That what they just have a video streaming of a guy of the live cutting.
They just put a fresh one up every day. Some guy goes back to the big giant steamer and he pulls out an entire brisket and he pops it down and he cuts off a little bit of the fat and then just that knife, and it's all hand sliced. Doesn't go into a slicer at all. hand slice, slop, dop, dop,
Really?
bop, bop. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, all hand sliced. So the knives are, unbelievable. And then he cuts it in half, and then he puts one stack on top of the other, and then he puts that on a piece of, and then usually there's either it's probably the Russian dressing and if he's making a Reuben, and and then just slides that off because it's already pre-melted and on top of the pre-toasted. And oh my God, I watch it every day.
That's not good.
I probably should not torture myself like that. But Katz Deli, Katz, Katz in New York City. And I don't know if they've got more than one location, and you can order stuff. Actually, they have stuff. You can order their brisket and have it sent to you. It's all vacuum packed and all that stuff. And you can get the fixins. It's kind of is a little pricey, but I was going to do that for the greatest wife ever last Christmas. But our friend George, I charged him with going to making, because he's got a smoker, he's got a pellet smoker, and so I said, dude, can you make a pastrami? So he looked up a recipe and made really pastrami, and then just sliced it and gave it all to us, and then here you go in different vacuum packs, and we're like so now I don't need to go to Katz anymore, but still I watch it every day. It's awesome.
Oh, that is nice. It
is good. Yes, New York eating. I'll give you that. New York eating.
So wrapping it up, just bottom line, better than driving. Yes. Not as quick as flying.
Yes.
Nearly
as quick as flying.
Ideally, I would fly, but for the experience, it is a good experience. Riding on the train was a good experience, and I especially recommend, I think, the experience of business class if you can do that.
Yeah, business class. Even in a regular on, like, if I would take the Acela Express, this is all Amtrak, by the way.
Yeah.
And I would just even in a regular, I don't even know what it's called, coach. Still, you had it was big, huge,
coach is still
oversized seats, super,
this is a very crowded train, though. Let me tell you.
Oh, I bet you guys get to sit together.
Oh yeah. We had reserved seats. Michael sat. That's the other thing about business class. You get reserved seats, and Michael sat in the thing in front of us. Yeah. The guy who was really good behind the cafe car said, for some reason, people choose to go on this train rather than the regional trains, even though the regional trains are way less crowded. He's like, for whatever reason, we'll have 100 people getting on at the next stop. He said I don't know if it's because the train has a name. It's the Palmetto,
maybe,
instead of the Northeast Regional. But he's like, literally takes the same amount of time, goes to the same stops. It makes no sense why people are choosing to get on this train. It's the same car, same everything. Anyway,
by the way, we got to say bye to Sandy. Sandy's checking out. She says, I got to run. She posted on our Facebook page, happy holidays all. See you next year.
Yep. And
we'll have a podcast next week, but okay. That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
And James says, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to both of you. Thanks for making 2024 a little brighter. Oh, you're very kind, James.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, man. I really do appreciate that. That's cool.
That is nice. And Jim
says, Kat's also in Houston. Well, you got to go. Got to get some. Now I want some pastrami.
I know, right? Why am I craving pastrami right now?
I know. I just, and overcorned beef.
Oh my goodness! Hello. That's WebEx, by the way.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm like, what's happening?
A phone call.
I thought it was some Christmas cheer that was coming in.
Yeah, it is. That's Santa calling. He said you've been a little bit naughty. You'd like
So I've been. Red One, by the way, if you haven't seen it in the theaters, Red One, which I highly recommend. It was in the theaters. Now it is on Prime. It was supposed to be released just on Prime last year, but then you had the SAG and the writer's strike. So they pushed it back, and then they decided, all right, well, let's throw it in the theaters and take our chances, and did really well. And now it's on Prime. So if you have Prime, John, I highly recommend sit down with some Christmas candy and cookies and a big glass of eggnog, spiked, of course, and enjoy the movie. It's really
give me the synopsis again, the high level, what this is about.
Well, this is a J.K. Simmons is a jacked Santa. He goes to the weight room.
Okay.
His head elf which is extremely large something or other, is Dwayne Johnson, who runs security.
But he's big.
And Chris, he's big. And
Okay.
Chris Evans, I know. Whatever.
Okay.
It's and Chris Evans is a ne'er-do-well who doesn't necessarily believe in Christmas, but he's a bounty hunter. And Santa's kidnapped. I'll just leave it at that. And so it's Captain America and Black Adam who have to join forces to find Santa. So it's awesome. It is awesome. Action adventure. It's everything that you would expect from a Rock movie and from a Chris Evans movie film. But great message, of course. There's a holiday message. Krampus makes an appearance. It's very funny.
Krampus.
There's a lot of humor. I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm adding it to my Christmas films to watch. I haven't gone back to watch Spirited yet. We sit down and are like, what do you want to watch? And it's like, well, I don't know. Home Alone's on. Yeah, no, we saw it. I think we're going to make a point to watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, the uncut version from start to finish. Love Actually, we haven't watched yet.
Yeah, I haven't either.
And I've talked to somebody who had never seen it. Oh, my program director at the radio station. Yeah. So here's the cool thing now. By the way, if you want to hear like all kinds of great Christmas music on Key 103, I have the Holiday Happy Hour at 6:00. It's just nothing but Christmas music. Take requests. Play
Fantastic name, by the way.
And somebody it's the greatest way I've ever came up with that. So I got a request and they were like, I want to hear Christmas is All Around from Billy Mack. If you've seen the film Love Actually, then you know where it comes from.
In my fingers.
I feel it in my toes. So I had to go to my boss and we're like, hey, can I play? He said, yeah, absolutely. He's just super cool. And I'm like, well, we need to get a copy because it's not in the system. And he's like, okay. So we put it up to somebody and he goes, what's this from? Remind me. And I'm like, Love Actually. And he goes, oh, I've never seen it. I'm like, what? And then the camera pulled back. What? And no. So, and he loves Christmas and he's quoting holiday movies to me all the time. And I'm like, dude, do yourself a favor. Sit down and watch it. You have to watch the uncut version. Don't watch it, the one off of TBS.
Yeah, but don't watch it with your parents.
Oh, I know.
Awkward.
It was weird. Yeah, we had our daughter walk in. We're like, oh, this is a great movie. She goes, I'm not watching this with you. I'm like, I know. You can leave. It's definitely rated R.
There's moments. There's one storyline.
British comedy, definitely
pretty
rated
funny,
R.
But yeah, definitely rated R.
Well, if you watch it on TBS or anything, the Martin Freeman's entire storyline is cut out.
Is it just gone?
For the most part, except where where he's clothed.
Yeah, I mean, what would you do, really? So
you can't do anything. You have to cut it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And gosh, what was also on the other day Office Christmas Party. That's another great one. But
you gotta watch the uncut version of that too.
Yeah, that's sanitizer your protection. You have to watch the I don't know why I like and I'm so bummed because they do this every now and then. Is The Night Before, which was a holiday movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Anthony Mackie, and Seth Rogen.
Okay.
Where they go out Christmas Eve and they all spend Christmas Eve with their friend. I just mentioned his name, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, because his parents had passed away on Christmas Eve. Okay. So they get together every year. Even Seth Rogen's Jewish and he's got a big Star of David on his sweater. It's an ugly Christmas sweater with a big Star of David. It's awesome. And then so they go out and they're trying to find this party called the Holiday Nutcracker. And it's an invitation only and a secret location, and it moves every year.
Oh, right.
And so that's the gist of the movie. But anyway, Starz has now put it back behind a paywall. So they paid for it, and now you can only see it on Starz or if you get the subscription. Or you can rent it if you want. But
why I buy DVDs.
Yeah. Oh, is that why?
I get tired of that kind of stuff. Yeah, all the games of like all these streaming services play that where they buy it and then you only can watch it here. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Speaking of games, and I wanted to mention this briefly, is
Reindeer games?
on Thursday, maybe? Yeah, Thursday. There's a new show. It's a game show called Fast Friends, and it's if you know trivia about friends. And it's on when I'm like, I wish I'd have known this was happening. I would have gotten make sure the Greatest Wife Ever and Daughter of the Elder would have been out there because they are unbelievable Friends trivia fanatics. I know some stuff. I don't know the stuff that they know. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, if you're big into Friends, then that's going to be on Max on Thursday. But you know what? We're running out of time. So it's time.
Yes. Okay.
Get the gray matter working, fire off the synapses, engage the frontal lobe, form new neural networks, utilize the cerebrum. As Pooh says, it's time to
think.
I thought you were going to play the level 42.
Oh, what? You were looking for this?
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you're just joining us, that's from earlier in the podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the
episode 42.
It's the question of the day. And here it is.
Yeah.
Question of the day. For Pride Not Prize. For a week.
Yeah.
Holiday Pride Not Prize. It's got jingle bells attached.
It's a good one.
All right. This holiday song usually cuts out this first verse. The sun is shining, the grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA, but it's December the 24th, and I'm longing to be up north. What is this song? One more time.
Okay.
This holiday song usually cuts out the first verse. The sun is shining, the grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA, but it's December the 24th, and I'm longing to be up north. What is this Christmas song? All right, put your answer in the comment section below. And good luck.
Good luck.
So I'm digging like all of the holiday songs now.
How are you?
But I've noticed that I'm now, I mean, I like the classics, obviously, Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra and all that stuff. But now when I hear a rockin' one from the 80s, like Billy Squire, Christmas is the time to say I love you.
Is the time
to say I love you. Oh, can we do that? Are we going to get fine?
No, we're fine.
Okay, good. And
they won't recognize that. It won't even be in this right tune or.
And the waitresses. The waitresses, Christmas, bah, humbug, but that's too strong because it is my favorite holiday.
All over the place, man.
Are you hearing it all over the place?
Literally had a conversation with my wife about that. I was like, how many years later? I mean, that came out in what, the 80s?
80s, yeah.
I mean, who thought that would be around? When the first time you heard that song, it was like, okay, this is a cool song. But who thought in 2024 I would still be hearing?
It's got it's such a great groove, and I love the lyrics, and it's the waitresses. Here you go, John. There you go, music trivia buff. Name the other hit that the waitresses had.
I honestly don't know that they had another hit.
I know what boys like. I know what guys want.
Right?
Oh, that's the waitresses.
That is the waitresses.
Yeah, man.
Christmas
love that
rapping.
band.
Christmas rapping.
And
by the way,
yes.
This was a moment while we were talking. Like I was like, Christmas rapping. Oh, like it's a dual meaning. Because I swear to God, I did that the other day. It was like she's rapping and there's Christmas. You know what? Sometimes you're really slow, and apparently I'm 40 years slow. Because I said, you swear, talk to Stacy. I said that the other day. I was like, wow, okay, I just got that. You know, every once in a while, it takes a while. You don't get the right lyrics. You don't get the song. Whatever. You know,
right. I'll have to write it down. I had a eureka moment last week when I just said to the greatest wife ever. I'm like, I'm so 60 years old, and I just realized that blah. I forget what it was. Something that was
right. Well, that's it. You know, I just realized. Yeah, there's there's all those videos on the interwebs about that. No,
that it's the Berenstain Bears, not Berenstein.
Right.
All right. So,
Like, that guy, no way, for F's sake. I can't believe I didn't know this. Yeah, like he does a whole series.
Right.
You're telling me. Like, yeah. Well,
I have not seen that. I got to see that.
Okay. All right.
Well, all right, here we go. Today's question of the day,
okay.
one more time.
Yes.
This holiday song usually cuts out this first verse. The sun is shining, the grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA. But it's December the 24th, and I'm longing to be up north. What is the question?
Okay.
Or what is the song?
Hold on, ready?
All right, let's go to our. I know.
Wait, hold on. Where did it go?
Oh no!
I pressed it, and hold on. Here we go. First answer.
It's the race. James Colbeck says, "I'll be home for Christmas." No, I'm sorry. That's not it.
Good guess, though.
Great,
Apparently,
very good guess. Very good guess. I would have thought that too.
Because
Stephanie said, Martin said, "I'll be home for Christmas." Oh no, I'm sorry. That is not it.
However, Jim says,
Jim Court. White Christmas. There it is.
And by the way, interesting that he did bring this up, that in the Carpenter's version, they do the intro. He's right.
Interesting. Yep. Interesting. I did not know that. Yes. There you go.
There you go.
Learn something. Right. But the original with Bing Crosby, not in there.
No, they did not.
And bonus. Do we want bonus?
You can do bonus.
Here's the bonus. Stephanie says, "I love the Waitress to Christmas." That is a great one. That's a great one.
Yep.
We should go. Well, we're running out of time now. So I was going to say, let's go with our favorite Christmas carols. But White Christmas. So that was the whole Irving Berlin wrote it. He was in L.A.
Maybe you can post the bonus pride in the chat.
Ooh,
and then see if all
right.
Spooky.
Right, enough. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I'm an idiot. You're an idiot.
No, you can do it. I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Oh, that's true.
Do that.
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
See, that works.
Long past? No, your past. Your redemption, then. Okay.
Had to get it.
Level 42.
That's right.
All right. So
okay.
I got to run because I'd love to go over, but greatest wife ever is going. She's like, I'm going to the dollar store. I want to go too. Wait for me. So
Ron's got to go see a man about a record.
I gotta go. We're gonna go. I love her Christmas shopping. She's like, and she goes up and down all the aisles and she picks this and looks at it and she looks at it in a different way. And I'm like sitting there like, okay, come on, let's go. What are we doing? But she nails it. She nails it every time. She's professional. Look it up in the book.
Look it up.
Your boy's tired.
Your boy's tired. 30 nights.
Still don't know. They still don't know. We should post that. Is there a YouTube video with that?
There probably somewhere is. We need to do that so people can hear
so they know exactly what we're talking about. I know a lot of this is inside baseball. They
from 30 nights, but I'm a professional. I'm gonna do
race under pressure. Has he done this surgery before?
Well, these are a few things I look for in a young MD. We're gonna go to my favorite Duke Zieberts.
We Doug. After we're gonna take a break. This is the Mutual Radio Network. All right. All right, we're good.
I know.
We're done. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah. So we got a podcast next week, pre-Christmas. It's going to be very, very exciting. And John and I will have our Christmas present exchange.
Huh.
He's just finding out about it now. No, I'm teasing John. It's not.
Sent my card already.
It's fine. I know. I got the card. I know. I got the card.
Okay.
I got it. So listen.
Yes.
Have a wonderful and safe holiday season. We got our Christmas parties coming up this weekend. So I'll report back after that frivolity.
Enjoy.
Let's see what happens. We got a whole bunch of games, and this will be fun. And then always the white elephant, or what do they call it? We called it the Yankee gift swap.
Yankee gift swap,
Yankee
which was
gift
always
swap
fun.
is always a lot of fun.
Very competitive.
It can be. It can be. I will. We will discuss that next week, and I will post. And I know I said I was going to post a picture of my Christmas tree. I'm going to do that right now, and then you can post yours, and we can enjoy your Christmas trees as well. Did you get that monorail down, John, and put it around the tree yet?
I didn't. And the monorail's right there. It's over
here. No,
I'm not moving it. I love it where it is. It's not. I would get the train, but
so we get the train.
Cats. We got cats.
So what? They're not going to kill it. They're not going to hurt it.
I'll have to see. Maybe
they'll be fascinated. They'll watch it go round and round.
I am slowly rebuilding the Christmas light empire, by the way, though. So we got two more. We got two more.
Are you?
For the backyard.
I'm very excited, John. This is very good.
I got a controller. I actually got a single controller. I figured for the backyard that would be good
for you. Just for you.
Just for us and for people we have over the house for the holidays. Be able to go out there and do it.
Awesome.
That's my Christmas decorating.
There you go. Get back in the game, John. Come on. You've been out too long.
Never hurts.
You've been out too long.
Gotta have some fun.
You got your knee surgery. You're done. You're good. Get back in the game.
Did I? What? Okay. What?
All right. Oh, look at him. Look at him. He's wearing shorts. Whatever, dude. It's very nice where we are.
Yes,
well, you can't.
Shorts.
Yeah. You can't. Okay. All right. Okay.
All right.
All right, Hilton Head.
All right. Yep.
Have a great week. By the way, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. Mash that subscribe button and do all the follow things. And we really appreciate it. And we will check back. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Indeed.
Next week. Yep. Listen, please take care of yourselves and each other. Please be safe. John Uglinski, Ron Ross. Love you, mean it. Bicycle.
Bye-bye.